free shit. I'd rather be single than date a broke man. Hear me out. As a single woman, when I go out, I get free shit. I go to a bar, someone's buying me a drink. I go anywhere, guys are like wanting to spend money on me. If I was with a broke man, I would literally have to turn down those advances by other men to stay loyal and faithful and respectful to my broke boyfriend. But if I'm with a guy with means and he can get me all these things and I don't feel like I'm missing out in the world, then that is a fair trade. But why would I trade all my free shit that I'm getting for a guy who's broke doing nothing for me? I just don't feel like that's a fair trade. I don't know. What do you think? I'd rather be single.
Well, what I think is a fair trade is you sacrificing some of your money to go get a gym membership. That's a fair trade for me. So, because when I'm working hard and I'm working 50 to 60 hours a week grinding, men, and I go out on a date with a nice woman, I want to go out with a woman that makes me look good, not makes me feel like I'm broke still. But there's more. So this girl right here, I think her name, Gabby, that's her name. She was on a podcast not too long ago. I think it was a few hours ago, days ago, whatever. And she actually elaborated on what she just said, because what happened was she got a lot of backlash for what she said. So let's hear her explanation.
I won't say the backlash, but it was like the general response to that.
Oh, okay. So people in the comments, and honestly, I'll be honest, I did not think that it was going to be a big deal what I said, but people in the literally, honestly, I thought
what happened.
It's normal for me, but people in the comments were saying I don't look good enough to get what I'm asking for. They were saying me as a plus size woman, that lowers my value because I'm a bigger girl. Not looking the role of what some would consider a high value woman. I'm not thin, I'm not light skinned, I don't look a certain way, and they feel like what I'm asking for is only available to women who look a certain way. But in my personal life, in my personal dating life, I date high value men from what people are saying are high value, or people who
guys, hold up,
make six figures.
Y'all see this
over?
Y'all see this button about to pop out of her dress? Like this outfit she got on, man. Like, imagine if this were to pop on the entire set. That would be a whole health hazard, man. Like, her stomach is trying to escape from her outfit.
I've dated lawyers, doctors, engineers, different types of people, and I never once thought, oh, they're not going to date me because I'm plus size. That was never really a thing. But like when I saw the backlash and all the comments, and I even got into it with some of my some celebrities and some actors that I watched for years on television. I'm like, are you kidding? And so I would get into it with them. And even some relationship coach, some dating coach, they had negative things to say about my standards and what I'm looking for.
Yeah, because you're the definition of a 6 o'clock shadow. Like, I don't understand why a woman who's putting a dip into the couch on the set is bashing broke men. Like, even doms or girls who are at least an 8 above, they can't even get a man to pay their bills like they want to. So I don't understand what's up with all this entitlement.
Honestly, I understand that everybody's coming from a different lane. Everybody's different. But for me in my life, that has been a normal thing. So I'm not looking at it as, whoa, that's wild. You want a man to pay for a date? You want a man to pay for your Uber? That's crazy. But that's normal for me.
I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm going to be super upfront and honest. When I did see that video, I did comment, and my comment wasn't the most positive of comments, right?
Okay.
But
she's crazy. Say it, man. She's crazy as no, I'm just playing.
I want to unpack this in a more what we say here at 8 at the table, which we're gonna bring this back in 2023, is let's peel the layers back, and let's really start to understand. Because before I deem anything, I need to understand more about it, right? And the first thing I want to ask is, well, having certain standards and expectations is not a problem. It doesn't matter about what you technically look like. Now the odds are in your favor when you are putting yourself on,
Okay, I see where he's going with this, but I slightly disagree. Listen, when I was in high school and when I had a pudgy stomach with titties, I didn't have the right to demand a bad chick in high school. I didn't. Now, I mean, I needed my weight to play football because I was playing football back when I was in school. But still, guys who are fat, sloppy, and every time they touch their toes, their titties are sagging east and west, they can't demand a bad chick. They can't. Looks do matter to an extent. Now, it shouldn't be the end all be all. It shouldn't be the end all be all. I'm not saying that. But looks hold weight. Like, let's stop trying to like sit there and act like listen, man, if looks didn't hold weight, why was LeBron getting flamed for his hairline for all those years? Like, remember when LeBron was back with the Heat and his hairline was like if you shot from his hairline, it would be the best shot in history in terms of distance. You saw all those jokes, all those memes. If looks didn't matter, why do people care about it so much? Like, looks do matter. So I'm not trying to disrespect what he's saying. Like, I get what he's saying, but in my opinion, looks do hold weight, and women understand that better than men do, in my opinion.
As the when you're putting yourself in a position as the idealistic market valued man or woman, right? Or high valued man or woman. My question is, if a person comes to you and he is able, I'm assuming a man.
Yeah,
okay.
man.
And he is able to fulfill all these things that you're asking for. What does your reciprocity look like?
Well, I would say for everybody it's different, and I really feel like, it depends on who that man is and what he's looking for specifically. I know me as a person, what I can offer. I know what the kind of person I am. I'm very like nurturing, loving, like I like to, I'm very traditional. I like to keep a home nice. I like to cook. I want babies, like all of those things. Those are some of the things that I can give in a relationship if that was what the relationship was leading to, if it was marriage, if it was what is exactly what I'm looking for. So, but I feel like that whole thing of men saying, what do you as a woman bring to the table? I feel like, what do you want us to bring to the table? Because I've made it very clear what I want you to bring to the table.
Well, for starters, I think most men would like you to bring less weight to the relationship. So every time when they sit down around you, they don't feel like their couch is about to collapse. Because it's just, I'm just trying to figure out, man, women in general, right? Like, not every woman. I've met some good women before. I'm not saying every girl is like this, but you got a lot of women, a good portion. They just feel like if they open their legs, the world is theirs. Like, as men, we got to work for ours. We got to go to the gym and lose weight, shape up the best way we can. We got to go out there and make sure we working 50 to 60 hours a week. Shoot, probably more than that depending on where you live at. Trying to make sure we get our side hustles up. Men have to put in work out here to get what they want. So I don't understand why this girl whose belly button on, like the belly button on her outfit is about to explode. I don't understand where all this entitlement is coming from. Like, if you're a man, and let's say, for example, like you work in the entertainment business, corporate America, and you make $200,000 to $300,000 a year, right? And you have to compete with the sharks every day just to maintain your job or just to maintain your business. It is very hard. It is very difficult. I'm finding that out myself every day, more and more. It is not easy out here. So, like, that life is way harder than a woman actually having to go to the gym and losing weight. That's a woman's only real requirement, because if a man has money, and the reason why a woman's money doesn't mean a whole lot is because 9 times out of 10, they don't want to spend it on us. I mean, not every girl, like some girls are willing to give gifts, but consistently, a woman doesn't spend money on her man consistently for the most part. Are there exceptions? Yeah, but that's not the case for most of the time.
What is it that you're looking for from a woman?
Okay, so let's unpack this. Right. So we had you said that you've gotten these things from other men.
Okay.
Previously,
yes.
Right? Are you with any of them now?
No.
Okay. So I don't know what the reasons might be
okay.
for them not working. But my question is, if they were giving you everything that you were asking for,
mm-hmm.
well, why didn't you keep them?
So several, I mean, every situation is different, but several of the guys that I've dated in the past, our core fundamental values weren't aligned. And because of that, it just wouldn't have worked out long term. And I feel like those things are more important and very important when you get past the like dating phase and like, you know, if the main thing, if he's like a certain type of way that you're looking for, it comes down to like, okay, can I build a life with this man? Can I have children with this man? Can I see myself, you know, long term with this man? Do our values line up? And if it doesn't make sense to keep going.
So okay, we're going.
Yo, all right. I'm just gonna look into this through a man's perspective. All right, I'm doing well for myself, right? You know, I'm not the richest guy in the world, but you know, listen, man, I have a lot of things to be proud of, right? If I ever saw, first of all, I wouldn't even sleep with a woman like this. I don't understand how you guys find that attractive, but let's just say, you know, I had 5 blunts, you know, I had a good night with anything as possible, you know. Let's just say if I was on that type of time, right? You're just a one night thing just so I could have fun for 10 minutes. That's really what you kind of are. So that's why a lot of dudes with money that you claim that you come across, they don't take you seriously. But nonetheless, I think it's still the men's fault anyway as to why she's like this, because I don't understand how you could even be excited to even be seen with her, let alone take off your pants for her. I mean, that's just me. That's just me. But let's continue.
Going down the road, just letting you know.
Okay.
So what are the values, the core values that you're seeking and realistically, you know, want for your spouse to have?
I want him to be a family man. Like, you know, he wants to, you know, have children. He wants to have a family. He has a relationship with God. You know, we vibe. Like, he makes me laugh. You know, we have like chemistry. We enjoy each other's company. Like, he is a provider, a protector. You know, he's always dating me, pursuing me. He's always doing things that make a relationship, you know, last longer than just if you just stop putting into the effort. So I guess someone who's consistent, someone who's putting in effort, someone who wants to be there.
Yo, man, she puts no effort into the gym, but she's gonna sit there and say that she's single because men don't put any effort into her. Yo, how could you put any effort into this? Like, she's just, yeah, man. Like, listen. The only reason why I'm violating like this is because this girl is disrespecting every hard-working average dude out there. And I'm always going to have the average man's back to the best way I can, because like the dudes who have the regular jobs or they're on their way to becoming rich, I'm always going to have their back because they support the channel. That's number one. And number two, also, this is just disrespectful. Like, there's women that I've met that they look way better than this and they're much more humble. Now, I mean, obviously, do they want a man who has his stuff together? Yeah. I mean, a man should always have his stuff together, but you have to do your part as well. This woman is not even in shape, bro. She's not even in shape, and she's having all these demands. Like, I'm telling you, man, society is amazing, man. A woman could be damn near 300 pounds, and she thinks that the whole world is a big ass playground. She thinks life is for sale at this size. It's kind of crazy. It's wild, man. Like, I wish men could be this delusional for a few days. It would be nice. I hope it doesn't happen, but you know what I mean.
Wants to be in the relationship. That's the kind of things that I look for in a man.
Okay, so it's all right. I'm going with my own theory. Boom. So now, this is what I'm hearing, and correct me if I'm wrong. We can discuss this too. This is where I think sometimes the delusion sets in, is when your core values is really what you want, because you've had not you specifically, I'm just speaking in general, right? The core values is really what people are looking for to sustain a long-term relationship, but they're leading with the tangibles that are technically, you know, subjective. Because if I can possess all these tangible things, you know, take you on a trip or do whatever and take you to this restaurant, buy you clothes and pay for your hair and nails, but I don't align with God, or I'm not a family man, then I still don't work for you.
Mhm.
So I think what we got to do, and people who are,
Yeah, well, yeah, not like that for most part, he's right. I do understand what he's saying, but what he has to, and he won't say this because she's on the show. So, but I'm just gonna say it for everybody, fellas. Can you please stop throwing away your life savings to these women, especially women who don't even deserve it? Like, I'm sorry, man. Like, being fat and overweight is a lazy look for anybody, right? Men included. So I don't understand why we even giving this woman attention. I mean, well, but then again, we kind of have to give her this attention because we just need to call this out as much as possible. People, you have to work hard for what you want in this world. Everything, like anything you want, you got to grind for it. Okay, if you're a man and you want a good-looking chick, you got to be getting your money up and hitting the gym. All right, health is wealth. Also, all right, you got to make sure that your health is up, and being in shape is important. And that's another thing I don't understand about this girl, Gabby. That's her name. What I don't understand is that, yo, you sit there and have all these standards, but you're ashamed when a man calls you out on your standards. And I promise you, if you ever, there's a lot of details that she's not telling us about her dating past or her relationship history. Because what she's saying doesn't make any sense. On one hand, you don't want a man who's broke, but on the other hand, a man can have all these nice things, but if he doesn't align with one thing, now it's a problem. You can't have everything. This is a part of narcissism. You think you're better than what you actually are. That's why you have all these stupid standards. These standards that keep you single. Like, I just don't get it. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. But I'm done. This video right here just gave me motivation to hit the gym. Like, I was feeling lazy an hour ago, but once I saw this in my feed, I had to react. I'll see y'all later.